Welcome to another episode of the Barlow Road and Innovation, brought to you by the Curtis Heritage Education Center. We're dedicated to promoting the development of innovative thinking, a skill which once was commonplace and is an important part of our heritage. Sadly, innovation, or more specifically, innovative thinking, is a skill which is being lost today, and employers are noticing the effects. Now, let's get started. In this episode, we join the party as they return to Fort Deposit to retrieve their goods, and the newly hired crew begins finishing the route from the Dalles that Sam Barlow and Joel Palmer imagined. The segment from Fort Deposit to Foster's Farm provides a good illustration of how each new challenge requires a new loop of the imagination design process, which always ends with improving or changing the plan as new challenges arise, then starting the loop again. Now, let's see the significant challenges faced in cutting the road through the Cascade Mountains, which by most accounts were the most significant challenges of the entire Oregon Trail journey. After returning in the spring to Fort Deposit, where they had cached their wagons and goods, the Palmer-Barlow party ascended yet again up and over what's now known as Barlow Pass. They came to this meadow, which now is known as Summit Meadow, and they thought at first glance, what a lovely meadow this would be, ample grazing for their livestock, but they quickly found that rather than a meadow, it was a large, boggy, swampy area, and while there was ample forage, very little of it was suitable for giving nutrition to the livestock. Later, a corduroy road would be built through this section to make traversing the meadow easier. Corduroy road is a road constructed from numerous fallen trees and stacked side by side to make a roadway. Not very comfortable, but still better than getting stuck in the swamp. From here, they followed a path into what's now Government Camp. In fact, the trail goes down Main Street of Government Camp. And they must have thought at this time that finally their journey was nearly over. They're on the final leg. All the difficulties are behind them. Little did they know that ahead lie the most difficult part of the journey of the entire Oregon Trail, the descent of Laurel Hill. It was here they were faced with the descent of Laurel Hill. From the top, it descended in a number of chutes, dropping from 3,600 feet, nearly 2,000 feet in a little over a mile, with slopes up to as much as 60%. The wagons would be lightened as much as possible, the wheels locked, large 40-foot trees dragged behind the wagon to help slow the descent. In some sections, ropes tied to the wagons and wound around trees played out a little bit at a time like a windlass. This descent would prove to be, in most travelers' minds, the most treacherous of the entire journey. Keep in mind, these were iron tires sliding down sheer rock, and in some places, one wheel might be going over a boulder and another wheel might be dropping into a hole. Once again, this is a great example of how Barlow and Palmer used their combined skills to find a creative solution to what seemed like an insurmountable problem. This location, partway down Laurel Hill, is a good illustration as well that innovation never stops. The Barlow Road was simply the starting point of a route that is still used today. In this spot we can see behind me, with advancement in technology, this was the original highway that replaced the route down Laurel Hill. Below me you can see what we now use as Highway 26, which came with even more advanced road building technology. So this is a route simply around Laurel Hill that has stood the test of time, the original having been built over 175 years ago. In the next episode, we'll join the group as they finish their long journey at last. If you learned something today, Please click the like and subscribe buttons to our channel. Thank you for watching. Now, go put your imagination to work.